Not everyone shows you who they really are right away. Some people are good at pretending. They say the right things, they act interested, they seem genuine. But if you know what to look for, they always give themselves away. Fake people can't keep up their act forever. No matter how convincing they think they reveal their true nature through patterns you can spot. And once you know these patterns, you'll recognize them immediately. Let's get into it. Number 1, they change their story depending on who's listening. You hear them tell you one version of what happened, then you hear them tell someone else a completely different version of the same event. The details don't match, the outcome changes. Even their role in the situation shifts depending on who they're talking to. And when you catch them in these contradictions, they act confused, like they don't know what you're talking about. This happens because they're not telling the truth. They're crafting whatever version makes them look best to each person. Authentic people have consistent stories because they're describing what actually happened. Fake people have multiple versions because they're making it up as they go. They can't keep track of all their lies, so eventually the stories don't line up. And that's when you realize that if they're lying about this, they're probably lying about everything else, too. The inconsistencies pile up until it becomes impossible to ignore that nothing they say can be trusted. What's particularly telling is how they never admit to the contradiction, but instead gaslight you into thinking you misheard or misunderstood. Number 2, they give compliments that feel calculated. Their praise doesn't feel genuine. The timing seems strategic. They compliment you right before asking for a favor, or they say something nice when they need you to do something for them. The words sound right, but something feels off about it. You can sense that there is an agenda behind every nice thing they say. What makes this revealing is that genuine compliments flow naturally. People who mean what they say don't need perfect timing or underlying motives. Fake people use praise as a tool. They've learned that saying nice things gets them what they want, so they save their compliments for when they need something from you. And once you notice this pattern, you'll see it every time. The compliment always comes with a request attached. It becomes so predictable that you start waiting for the ask that you know is coming right after the praise. Number 3. They fish for information but never share anything real. They ask lots of questions about your personal life, your relationships, your problems, your plans. But when you ask them similar questions, their answers are vague and surface level. They collect details about you while remaining mysterious about themselves. You end up sharing everything while learning nothing about who they actually are. This is strategic information gathering. They want to know your weaknesses, your insecurities, your situation, not because they care, but because information is power. The more they know about you, the more they can use it later. Meanwhile, they keep their own information private because they don't want to give you the same advantage over them. It's a one-way exchange that leaves you exposed while they stay protected. They master the art of seeming interested while revealing nothing meaningful about themselves. The conversation always ends with them knowing more about you than you know about them. Number 4, they create drama between other people, then step back. They tell you something negative that someone else supposedly said about you. Then they tell that person something you supposedly said about them. They plant seeds of conflict and watch them grow. But when the drama explodes, they act innocent. They position themselves as the helpful person who's just trying to keep everyone informed. This drama creation serves multiple purposes. It keeps other people focused on each other instead of questioning them. It makes them seem valuable because they're always in the middle of the information flow, and it gives them control over the group dynamic. They can create alliances and enemies just by choosing what information to share with whom. They enjoy the chaos because it makes them feel powerful. The most revealing part is how they always seem to know about every conflict because they're usually the common denominator creating it. Number 5, they make everything a competition. You can't share a story without them sharing a bigger one. You can't have an experience without them having a better one. Every conversation becomes a contest where they need to come out on top. If you got a promotion, they got a better one. If you went somewhere nice, they went somewhere nicer. If you're struggling with something, they've struggled with something worse. This competitive behavior reveals their insecurity. They can't let you have a moment without making it about them. Your experiences threaten them because it means you might be getting attention or recognition they want. So they constantly try to one-up you to maintain their position as the more impressive person. They can't celebrate your wins because your success feels like their loss. What makes it particularly obvious is how automatic their response is. They don't even listen to your full story before jumping in with their bigger, better version. It's like they're waiting for their turn to perform rather than actually engaging with what you're sharing. Number 6, they test your loyalty by sharing secrets about others. They tell you something personal about a mutual friend or family member. Then they watch closely to see how you react. Will you gossip about it? Will you ask for more details? Will you share it with someone else? They're not actually trusting you with information. They're testing whether you'll be their accomplice in future manipulations. This loyalty test serves as a screening process. They want to know if you'll participate in their games or if you'll call them out. If you gossip about what they told you, they know they can use you to spread information. If you keep it to yourself, they know you won't be useful for their drama creation. Either way, they're evaluating how they can use you in their network of manipulation. The secret they shared was never meant to stay secret. It was bait to see what kind of person you are. They're essentially recruiting for their team of enablers and accomplices. Number 7, they remember every favor they've done, but forget what you've done. They keep a detailed mental record of every time they've helped you, and they remind you of it regularly, but they have no memory of the times you've helped them. Your contributions get forgotten immediately, while theirs get preserved forever. In their mind, you owe them everything, and they owe you nothing. This selective memory reveals how they view relationships. It's all about what they can get from you. Your help doesn't count because it's expected. Their help is special and should be repaid with interest. They use their favors as leverage to get more from you later, and they genuinely believe they're the generous one in the relationship while you're taking advantage of them. What's particularly manipulative is how they bring up their past favors at strategic moments. Right when you're about to say no to something or set a boundary, they remind you of what they've done for you. It's emotional blackmail disguised as keeping score. They've turned kindness into currency and expect interest on every investment they've made in you. These behaviors aren't random. They're patterns that reveal someone's true character. When you know what to look for, you can spot fake people immediately. They give themselves away because they can't be genuine in every interaction. Their calculated nature eventually shows through. The key is learning to trust your instincts when something feels off about someone's behavior. Your gut reaction is usually picking up on these patterns before your conscious mind fully processes them. Trust what you observe, trust what feels off, and protect yourself accordingly. If you found this helpful, like the video and subscribe to LifeBased for more insights about protecting yourself and understanding the patterns in your relationships. Thanks for watching.